Alright, let's resume with Link's Awakening. I'm very happy to be resuming. Let's give it a minute and see if my stream is going to continue to be a slideshow. Okay. Three. I've gotten three. Now I gotta go to Yarna Desert, which, finding my way to this place when I was a child, vexed me greatly. I was stuck on it for... I don't even remember how long. It seemed like a long time. Of course, when I was a kid, I had a bad habit of constantly restarting my games, so actually I beat very few of them. I'm a bit better about that habit now. Go down here, then you can get under the river and get to the east side of the map. I see my stream is still a slideshow, but I'm not 100% sure if that's actually my stream or if it's just my internet connection, so I'm just going to ignore it. That was dumb of me. Secrets are like water when it comes to bridges. That means there's something under the bridge, but I can't get under there right now. I need the flippers to get under there, which is where I'm going to be getting next. So this is Animal Village, which would be an odd thing if we weren't on Koholint Island, which is already filled with oddities. But everything here is a living animal. A sentient animal, I should say. And yes, the lazy walrus is in the way, so we're gonna have to work on getting it to move. And an example of more changes between the Japanese and the US version of the game. In the Japanese version of the game, the walrus is actually topless when you come in, and she covers up when you get close to her. And of course that is what the crocodile is painting, is something that looks nothing like her. So, Just some humor there. It is true, and we'll be going there soon. And there actually is something in this house, but we won't be able to see it until we finish the trading minigame. So we'll be coming back later for that. Oh, can't do anything with the bear till I get the honeycomb. So obviously the animals are giving you a clue by constantly talking about Marin, is you've got to go get Marin and take her over here, which is actually not too much of a chore. And there he is, the walrus, walking the road into the desert. So we'll have to go get Marin. I can't do anything in here yet. So let's head back to Mabe Village and get Marin. And as well as all kinds of little secrets I can get to now that I have the Pegasus boots. Ooh, 50 rupees. So exciting. I'm so happy to be getting 50 rupees now that I'm at the point in the game where there's nothing left to buy. Head over here. I can give Terran the stick that I got from Kiki the monkey. And he'll knock down the honeycomb. The inevitable will ensue. And I can take the honeycomb. Let's go inside the Dream Shrine. We can get the ocarina from in there, which we're going to need that to do some stuff. The Dream Shrine is interesting, but I can't really talk about it because of spoilers, which I have not yet revealed yet. But we're getting close enough to discovering what those spoilers are, so if you already know what the spoilers are, then you already know why the Dream Shrine is a kind of confusing thing. Let's just say there's some Inception-style stuff going on here. Okay. And there's Marin. So I'll need the Ballad of the Windfish at the end of the game, but for right now it's just kind of taught to you, but not really contextualized. Alright, there's something weird going on here. She's supposed to be down at the beach. I'm very confused. I must not have talked to somebody in the village correctly. Yeah, I was already there. Because Marin is supposed to be down at the beach right now, not here in town. I'm confused. Alright, we'll figure this out. Now I can do the next step of the trading side quest, trade the honey for the pineapple. Oh, here we go. Now Marin will be at the beach. Now I can continue on with the quest. It's been a few years since I played this game. Some details are a little fuzzy. Alright. I also need to finish the trading side quest to do anything in there, but that's where you get the boomerang, which is a pretty cool item. And there she is. And this is kind of an iconic scene, so sit back and enjoy it. And now it gets awkward, because now Marin is literally an object that you've obtained. Is this your big chance? What does that even mean? But anyway, more clues as to the nature of the island there. As Marin, and apparently everybody else in the island, has no concept of what's off the island. That's why Link being here is a big deal, because he's the first outsider to ever have showed up on Koholint Island. Now that I've got Marin, there are 3 more photographs which are missable. Once you have completed the side quest with Marin, you can no longer get them. But luckily I know where they are, so... Hey. Marin gets very excited about certain topics. And here's another one of the hidden photographs. And of course the photographer mouse is just inexplicably down there ready to take a picture of that happening. And here's photograph number 3. All 3 of these photographs are missable, all 3 of them you can get in about 30 seconds. Okay, see ya, Terran, you weirdo. Alright. And the other thing to keep in mind with that little scene at the beach was Marin's wish, that she wishes she could become a seagull. That's going to be important later on, so keep that in mind. But now I can get into Yarna Desert. Alright, now I can get the next dungeon key. Which, funnily enough, is in the desert, even though it's actually the key to the water dungeon. Or one of the water dungeons. Technically, it's the waterfall dungeon. Of course, we have here Spinies from the Mario series. More crossover between the two series. I'm up to 13 now. 7 more and I can get the level 2 sword. Now I looked it up, there's actually 24 secret seashells hidden in the game, but you can only get 20 of them. Once you claim the level 2 sword, all the secret seashells that are left over turn into rubies. Only getting in the way. Getting in the way of what, I wonder? I guess we'll find out later. We got another carryover here from A Link to the Past. This was a boss in A Link to the Past, although actually you fought 3 of them at the same time. But the Game Boy can only handle 1, so you fight 1. Angler key! Hey. No matter what game you're playing, cactuses will hurt you. Alright. So now we're headed to the mountains. And I gotta be back on the west side of the river. Handy dandy shortcut. Get me over there quicker. That's a good one. Anyway, nearly got all the photographs. Too soon. Going up here just a little too soon. I still have to unlock the entrance to the dungeon before I can go up there. And here it is. Hey. Screw you, Tectite. Yay, rupees. I'm so excited. Ah. There's Papal. Got himself lost in the mountains. Which actually, if you talk to him earlier in the game, which I didn't, but if you do, he actually tells you what's going to happen. It's kind of silly. Oh, man. I'm so tired of listening to this music. I got the hibiscus, which I'll trade in Animal Village, but I'm gonna do the dungeon before I do that. Right down here we are. Angler's Tunnel. Off we go. There's some bombs. So as you can see, this is clearly a water dungeon, and Zelda water dungeons are sort of infamous for their difficulty. This one actually isn't that bad. It actually even has what's widely regarded as the easiest boss in the entire Zelda series. If you've never seen it before, when I get to it, you will see it and you will be amazed at how stupidly easy it is. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's right, I lit you on fire. Stupid thing. Serves you right. And if it's not obvious yet, I will be getting the ability to swim very shortly here. Because you can't maneuver in this dungeon much without it. Too soon. Need the flippers. Ouch. 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 Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm lost. Lost and confused. Where do I go? There we go. This is a fun little boss. They would actually end up recycling this in Ocarina of Time, although most people don't recognize that. A little more detailed in Ocarina of Time, but same basic idea. Race around the room, stab him in the back. Okay. You got enough hit points? This is ridiculous. Okay. How many times do you have to hit this guy? Apparently quite a few. Come on. Finally. All right. And here's the flippers. Now I can get around. And these shielded enemies are interesting. They're not really worth dealing with until you have the hook shot, which I think we get in the next dungeon, if memory serves, although that could be wrong. I think it's too early to be going down here. Yeah, it is. That leads to the end of the dungeon, which I don't even have the boss key yet. Or does that lead to the boss key? Oh man, I don't know. Oh, okay. Yay. Get your sword out of the way and get hit. Yay. Alright, where's this gonna spit me out at? Probably by... yeah. Okay. Curse my poor memory. Okay. I did need to go down here earlier. But I'm a dummy, and I couldn't remember to do that. Now I can go beat the dungeon. Okay, prepare to witness the most pathetic boss in all of Zelda. This is truly sad. Alright, here we go. That was the boss. They didn't even try on that one. Although really with the swimming controls in this game, I'm grateful. With as slow and unresponsive as the swim controls are, especially in the side-scrolling sequences, I'm truly grateful that that's the boss. All right. I thought there was something under the water in here. Maybe there isn't. There it is. I should probably save, shouldn't I? Oh, come on. There's Final Fantasy Adventure that came out, I think it's like 6 years older than this game is. It lets you save anywhere you wanted. But, whatever. A minor complaint. Mambo! I love his eyes. Oh. Oh. Alright, that's Monbo's Mambo, which is actually a pretty useful song. Even though what it does actually doesn't really make any sense. So you learn this song from a fish in a cave in a river. And it teleports you to this pond next to Crazy Tracy's shack. I don't understand how that works, but that's what happens. Oh, we got the ghost now. And the ghost who will not leave you alone until you do what he wants. Luckily, I remember what he wants, so it won't be a problem. Get off me. I meant to do this earlier, but I forgot. Very counterproductive curse since it actually helps me, but that's the joke, so we won't analyze it too much. It deliberately does not make sense. It's making fun of how Link should be inconvenienced by that, but because Link actually handles the same, no matter how much crap he's carrying, it's not actually a curse, it's beneficial. And this has been known to trip people up, because he asks you to take you to the cemetery to his grave, but his grave actually is not in the cemetery. It's a little ways to the west of the cemetery. But luckily I already know that, so that's not going to throw me off any. That one's cute. There's no other word for that. That's just cute. I mentioned in my first stream that one thing I would complain about in Link's Awakening is it does make you run back and forth across a few areas a few times, and doesn't really give you a choice in dealing with that inefficiency. You just have to do it. And this is an example of that in action. I now have to go... Having finished the waterfall dungeon, I get Mambo's Mambo, and I head towards Crazy Tracy's shack, whereupon the ghost appears. The ghost asks me to take him to his house, which is down here by the beach, and then wants me to take him to his grave, which is by Crazy Tracy's shack. So I basically have to go back and forth over that route twice in a very short period of time. And it's only that the world is interestingly made and isn't tedious to get around in that keeps this from being a complete chore. And it's also not that big. This is a nice chest. You can check every chest in the game, that's all it'll say. But you get a secret seashell for your trouble. Oh yes, the hibiscus, okay. What am I up to now? 15. 5 more. That's a little trick. Remember it. It's a trick that would be actually forgotten and wouldn't come back until Twilight Princess. What, 15 years later? Wow, quite some time. Good, I'm having a hard time keeping a good stockpile of bombs. Thanks a lot. Oh no, I have to carry 60 bombs now. That's probably more bombs than I'll use in the rest of the game. I could head towards the next dungeon, but I'm going to carry on with the rest of the trading side quest for a little bit. If memory serves, I think I can actually finish the rest of it. I could be wrong about that, though. And that's Catfish's Maw. That's the next dungeon. I don't even think it has a key, if I think about it. Once again, I could be wrong about that. She'll take the hibiscus. Now remember that the goat gave me a letter. Remember that it's a goat. That's important. That's not important, but it's going to be part of a joke. So let's go deliver the letter real quick. That's what the goat sent him a picture of. That's what she looks like. Fine. Give me a broom. And another cameo from a Mario franchise with Princess Peach there. with a goat pretending to be Princess Peach. Because why not? And... yep, she's missing her broom. Okay, fishing hook. So yes, I can finish the entire trading side quest at this point. And get the various rewards that provides. Oh. Yep, there we go. Okay, now I can give the necklace to Martha the mermaid, and she'll give me her scale. Okay. So, I was a little bit off. I can't actually finish the trading side quest just yet. I have to do Catfish's Maw first. But we're almost there. So we'll just head in there, we'll do this dungeon. And off we go. And there's another one of those annoying shield face guys. Who, it's gonna be a while before we can deal with them. Oh, come on. There we go. And this is important, a room with a skull on it with 4 squares. Remember that this room has 4 squares. because to get the dungeon item here, you have to beat the game's mini-boss, or the dungeon's mini-boss, 4 times in 4 different rooms. And that's basically the big overarching puzzle of this one. Oh, come on. Stop it. These little shielded blob guys are not my favorite enemies to fight because you have to be very specifically placed for them to even take damage. Okay. I'm not even ready to go over there yet. In case it's not obvious yet from the dungeon layout, this is the dungeon where you finally get the hook shot. So all the areas I've passed earlier where you need the hook shot to do anything, I can finally go back and get all those. There we go. Here's the first room. What the hell? There we go. Master Skull. Probably the smartest boss you'll fight in any Zelda game. He actually takes the dungeon item and hides it from you. It's only Blind the Thief in A Link to the Past who even tries to be as devious as that. I never noticed that pun before there, that's a little clue. There must be some way to tackle this obstacle. You get rid of them by ramming into them with the Pegasus boots. So I think it's interesting about this dungeon that you might notice is it's the Catfish's Maw. It's the dungeon that's in the middle of Koholint Island's lake, and actually there isn't a whole lot of water in it. So it's technically the game's other water dungeon, but the one I did behind the waterfall is the real the real water dungeon in the game, I think. Although this one definitely lives up to the series reputation of the water dungeon being the hardest dungeon a lot more. Yeah, I know. You don't need to tell me every time. See ya. Coward. Alright, now I'm going to be a cheater and use a trick to get back to the start of the dungeon where I need to be. Cheater, cheater, that's me. And this is for the goods. And there he goes. Hookshot! Finally! And once again, shortcut out of here. I'm a cheater. Now, I can deal with these guys easily. There we go. If you hit them from the front, you steal their shield, and look, it's Kirby! At least, I've been told it's Kirby. It doesn't really look like Kirby to me, but... Yay. If only I had anything to spend rupees on. Oh, I'm so happy I have the hookshot now. It saves me so many headaches with so many enemy varieties. This is a cool little thing the hookshot can do here. I wish they would explore this in other games. You can use it to pull bridges towards you. One of the more creative uses I've seen of the hookshot in the Zelda series, and I don't know why they don't explore that in other games. Yes. Another interesting thing about Catfish's Maw, it's the only dungeon in the game to actually have 2 mini-bosses that I recall. Maybe there are other dungeons that have more than one, but pretty sure this is it. Open your eye. What the heck? There we go. Come on. Open your flippin' eye. Alright. Bleh. I always get stuck in this game, in this dungeon. I always forget the exact order of things to go to. The thing I'll say Link's Awakening does much better than A Link to the Past does is gives you interesting paths to use your hookshot on. Like this whole thing where you shoot across to the right and going up, you never do a thing like that in A Link to the Past. There, in A Link to the Past, it's pretty basic. You see a gap, you pull yourself across it. That's basically it. Okay. Now I think I'm ready to go back there. Maybe. Oh boy. Well, where the heck's the nightmare key? Ugh, crap. It is now very obvious that I have not played this game in over a decade. I have completely lost track of this dungeon. Well, that didn't help me any. Where's the flippin' nightmare key at? Oh, that's right. It's down here. Oh, in this room that doesn't even appear on the map. Jeez. That's fair. Okay. That was a cheap shot, but whatever. This is a cool boss. You can pretty much guess what you have to do just based off your knowledge of the hook shot. You've got to pull him out of the wall, but you also have to avoid his spinning tail. Hey, come on, I totally hit him. There we go. You don't seem to know what kind of island this is. We're very, very close to the plot twist, but we're not going to get there tonight. I am going to stop after this. An island secret in the shrine. Okay. Save and quit for the last time for tonight. So that was the next 2 dungeons in Link's Awakening. I will be continuing this stream series tomorrow, and I will finish this game tomorrow. Tune in then.